something that we want to do, and we've had people that have called us crazy about that. And we just really want to embed into your mind that when people tell you that you can't do something, you just have to really realize that God is for you. Anything that God has placed in your heart for you to do, any desire that you have that springs from Him, actually does come from Him. And if He has given you that, He is going to do more and more to allow for that to come to fruition. So if anybody in here wants to be a doctor, a lawyer, a singer, whatever you want to be, whatever your heart's desires are, just know that God is going to give you exceedingly more and abundantly than you can even ever think of. So if your heart desires something, just think of a bigger picture of that and know that God is going to bless you to that extent.
And I feel like a lot of times we complain about the things that God hasn't done or what we don't have yet and that test that we failed. But if we begin to give God a praise for simply being here and being in the position that we are. So if I have some radical people, I know it probably won't be everybody, but do I have any radical people in here that aren't afraid to give God some praise? Do I have any radical people in here that's not ashamed of the gospel? Because we walk around and we're ashamed of the gospel, and then we wonder why we don't get blessed. And the reason why we don't get blessed is because we're scared to give God some praise. But how can we be scared to give the one that woke you up this morning? How can we be scared to give the one that is the reason why you're in college? Yeah, you may not have the grades you want yet, but God's going to give it to you contingent on your praise. So I need some people in here, whether it's 3D, BSEB, Ebony Impact, SOS, to give God some praise like He's done something for you. I need some people to give God some praise like He woke you up this morning. I need somebody to give God some praise for being the first and the last, the Alpha and the Omega. Because if God before me, who can be against me? Nobody can be against me. So when your haters talk about you, go ahead and talk about me. Because the places that I'm going and the places that I'm about to go is a place of which you cannot stop me. Touch not thy anointing. And because I'm anointed and because I'm called for a destined purpose, you can't block my flow. People will try to block your flow. People will try to stop your flow. But greater is He that is in you than he that is in the world. So somebody give God some praise like He's done anything for you. Somebody give God a Shabbat praise like He's done something for you. Has He healed you? Has He saved you? Has He restored you? Give God a praise in this atmosphere. Hallelujah, Jesus.
Come on and keep praising God. Yes, hallelujah.
Give God some praise in this place. Give God some praise in this place. Give God a praise for your struggle. Give God a praise for that situation. Give God a praise for the person talking about you.
Yes, hallelujah. Yes, God. Give God
God,
a praise for those friends who really are enemies. Hallelujah, God.
Give God a praise. Let Him talk. Let Him talk about you. Because you serve a God that's able to do it. Give God some praise in this place. Just give God some praise in this place because He's more than enough. If God doesn't do anything else, He's been more than enough. So somebody give God a praise and thank Him for that test you're going to pass next week. Thank Him for the midterm you're going to pass next week. Thank Him for the teacher that's going to let you pass that class. Thank Him for the danger seen and unseen that He protects you from. Give God some praise in this place. Give God some praise in this place. Because you're not crazy no more. You are not crazy no more.
Amen. Amen.
Yes, God. Yes, God. Yes, God. At this time, if there's anybody in here that's not saved or simply wants to be prayed for, if you have a prayer request, you don't have to disclose it to us. But if you just want prayer or restoration, if you want God to touch you, just slip your hand in the air. If you want prayer for anything, whether it's that test or it's that quiz.
I know more than 2 people need prayer.
Because I think everybody needs prayer. I need prayer. I'm raising my hand.
Amen. Don't be ashamed of the gospel, like you said.
So I need some radical people that know they're not crazy and that's not afraid to stand up here, not even if it's to be saved, but simply to show that you're not crazy no more and for it to be a testament to someone else that you're not crazy. You're going to go and tell somebody, I know they're talking about you, but you're not crazy. Is there anybody that will stand with us in agreement of what God is doing? Is there anybody that will stand in agreement to what God is doing? And I believe that God is going to bless you, as we said, exceedingly, abundantly, above all you can ask or think. At this time, bow your head. Dear God, we come to you humbly. We thank you for Oktoberfest, God. We thank you for the ministry. We thank you for these 4 vessels who came up that said they're going to be testaments and testimonies to people, that they're not crazy no more. They're going to be encouragers. They're going to be empowerers. They are going to be agents of change, and change that of which predicates their destiny and their purpose, God.